Where are we? Did I crash? Where am I? Dad, dad, dad. So I'm like driving my dad nuts, right? So by the time we get to the hospital, he's like annoyed with me. He's like, you crashed, we're taking you to the hospital, and this is the 30th time I've told you. So I remember like just coming back, right? My friend Keith and all my other buddies were standing around looking at me like I'm the freaking science project at a fair, right? And I'm just staring at them like this, like, and then I see Keith and I realize it's Keith and I'm like, whoa, that's my buddy Keith. Whoa, that's my dad. Where am I? And everybody's looking at me like, oh, look, look, look. I think he's coming back. He's coming back. Look at him, look at him. So I'm like, what happened? So apparently, because I was acting so loopy, they had me get a CAT scan. There goes $4,000. And they take x-rays and they realize I've broken my arm so bad that I'm gonna need surgery and they can't actually put it together. They can't set it, they need to go in surgically and put plates in or something. And they're like, you broke your arm and you're gonna need surgery. So I'm like super relieved, right? I would rather have surgery and be asleep while they're doing this. Because in the movies, they always play it off like it's this horrible thing, you know? They're like holding some guy down and they're like, hold him still, Bob. And then the guy yells and screams. I'm like, the whole time I'm just like thinking, oh my gosh, I'm so glad that doesn't happen to me. But the problem is that the doctor wasn't gonna get there till like 8 o'clock in the morning, right? And we're in Lamar, Colorado. I lived down in like near Liberal, Kansas, right? So my dad is like, well, screw it. Might as well go home so he can be closer to home and be closer to our doctor, and our doctor will just do it. So they give me a shot in the bum. It takes like many hours to get home. The shot in the bum lasted about half that time. So the rest of the time, the other half, I am in excruciating pain because my freaking arm is broken. Finally, they check me into this luxurious little room. I haven't bathed in half a day. I'm still wearing my protective gear and crap, and I'm sweating my butt off, and nobody let me drink water because I'm gonna go into surgery. I'm sweating my butt off and I can't drink water. I hate the world, I hate the world, I hate the world. And they have wonderful news for me. We drove all this way to be closer to our doctor and be closer to home so I could be more comfortable, and they tell me the doctor's not gonna be there till 6 a.m. in the morning, so I get to wait. What's really awesome is that they gave me medication through an IV every 4 hours. The problem is that it would wear off every 2 hours, so I would fall asleep feeling heavenly bliss and wake up in excruciating pain until somebody gave me more medicine. It was seriously like the worst thing ever. It was so bad, and I remember bits and pieces of it, and I was in so much pain. It was weird. It was like one of those things where you're in so much pain you can't even cry. You know what I mean? It was terrible. Terrible, 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 terrible. And I remember they were like wheeling me into the surgery room and they start giving me something. I think they're starting to like put me to sleep for a little bit. I don't know, but I start to feel really weird and I don't know what's going on. I don't know where my mom and dad are. And I was 14 at the time and I just start crying like, because I'm tired and I'm so stressed and I'm in so much pain and everybody is ignoring me and I don't know what's happening, so I just start crying. And then I wake up a few hours later and my arm is in this weird cast thing and I can't bend my elbow. So that was great. I finally got it over with and they give me like some freaking crazy hardcore pain medication and I am like tripping on this pain medication. I've sat on the couch for like 2 weeks just loving on the doggy for hours and hours at a time. Like for whatever reason, this was just the best thing ever. I just watched TV and pet the dog like for hours and hours. It was absurd. And then like a couple weeks later when I finally felt ready to go hang out with my buddies, I'd either be like really happy, I'm like, hey man, let's go have fun, come on, let's go. Either that or I just get really emotional. I'd be like, I'm tired, man. I want to go home. Like, it was so bizarre. So then I get my cast off, which is really awesome. They have this really bizarre saw that somehow doesn't cut you. I don't understand how that makes any sense. Somehow it just cuts the cast, but it doesn't cut you. It was freaking terrifying. And this lady had this like satisfying grin on her face while she's using this hacksaw on my arm. So they take it off and I had 5 pins in my wrist. The problem was she told me I had 4 pins. I thought I was gonna have another surgical procedure, but nay, she gets her old garden pliers out of the toolbox and starts jerking away on them. So like, can you see those scars? See those little scars? Yeah, you see those scars? There was metal poking out of my skin with wire running through them. So she's pulling on these things and I'm like looking at it and I'm about to vomit. I'm like, I can't do this. I can't look at this. And I'm looking away and I'm just like, I don't want to think about it. And when they finally come out, like they're freaking huge. They finally come out and it breaks the skin and the air rushes back into this wound. I'm just like, ah! It was extremely painful. The problem is that I actually had 5. She told me I had 4. So I didn't know this, so I start to pull away on the 5th one, and that makes it hurt even worse. And she's like, what are you doing? And I fight with her a little bit, and it breaks the skin, and it hurts even worse, and I'm about to pee my pants. So they put me in a tiny cast, and then I was good to go. Problem was, I couldn't move these fingers. I had to relearn how to use my hand again. It was really terrible. I can't lay my wrist flat anymore. It just doesn't do it. So taking change at the Taco Bell is like quite an event for me. It's very difficult, and they laugh at me every time I put my little gimpy arm out there to get it. Moral to the story, do not break bones, do not ride motorcycles. It is bad for your health. No más good. No más bien, my friends. Hey guys, thanks for watching this video. Don't forget to check us out on Facebook, Twitter, Snapchat, and also subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can see videos we upload on the reg. Peace out, Girl Scout.